At this point, what else could I possibly say? Freedom. A seemingly simple word. 7 letters, 2 syllables. Freedom. At this point, I could very probably write a seemingly endless torrent of words about freedom itself, what it means, or perhaps more importantly, what it would mean to lose it. Blacks, or African Americans, depending on your preferences. Women, Jews, Asians, non-heterosexuals, Muslims. These groups, and probably far too many others, are, if not now then in the past, intimately familiar with various aspects of not having freedom. And the terrifying thing is that aspects of that mindset and mentality are now being openly broadcast at a presidential level and parroted by those among his supporters who either blindly or passionately support his views. Those among his supporters who simply support the chaos his administration seems, as of yet, to revel in creating, or, in a subset that would be beyond dangerous to ignore, those who enjoy the seemingly governmental support to open hatred and contempt online because, in truth, there could be multiple reasons. I could probably write a paper on those potentialities in and of themselves. The truth is, to a degree, the reasons, at this moment in time, don't matter. What matters is freedom itself, the erosion of it, and the seemingly official governmental stamps of approval that has been granted to it. There are those who call for understanding, for acceptance of the president. To them, I would ask for those things instead to the countless people their profference would affect. How possibly could the erosion of basic human courtesies and rights be considered morally right or just? And, regardless of federal approval, lacking the ability to fall back to a sense of moral justification or unassailably just position, how could it be legal? There is a level of rule acceptance required for law to work, an understanding that one cannot do any and everything they may wish, especially when it comes to infringing upon the rights, health, and well-being of others. To a degree, with a base understanding of reasonableness, those rights or rules or laws are understandable in position. They are there and designed to protect the powerless from the powerful. But what happens when one lets those same predators into the position designed to protect the people? What happens when those rules or laws are used to persecute portions of the populace they should instead be designed to protect? But he's the president, or but it's the law, becomes not a cry for tolerance and understanding, but instead a condemnation against those who would dare stand up for the indelible rights as a fellow human being on this shared planet, that those who are innocent of every charge save being different, or, to some, a worse offense, needing safety, possess. At what point does, well, it's not affecting me directly, so become less about a strong desire to return to normal and stay unembroiled in politics, and instead become silent agreeance in the what is, for now, discrimination, and what could become atrocities committed against your fellow humans? At what point does one's responsibility to one's fellow human trump, used unironically, one's adherence to one's government? There are lines within all of us that must be drawn. I could present a situation where the government asks you to put a gun to your parents' head and pull the trigger to prove your loyalty, and you would probably scoff at the example. But would you do it? Would you instead turn in your wife if she was one of a religion not on the approved list? Would that be more acceptable? More palatable? What if you just had to turn in your neighbor's wife? No? Would it be okay instead to just watch one neighbor turn both in and on another? At what level do you have your own sense of personal responsibility? At what point does, for you, freedom become more than just an empty word? At what point do you find your line and stand your ground? For you yourself and those who can't without you. Freedom.